Hello everyone. Welcome to our channel. Have you ever wondered if the relationships around you are holding you back? Whether it's family or friends, you may feel stuck in a cycle where you're unable to grow but don't know how to break free. So, how do you recognize when it's time to let go? In this video, we will explore 11 clear signs that Stoicism can help you reassess the relationships in your life and ultimately find the answer to this difficult question. Don't miss out, because a small change today could be a major turning point for your life. And if you're feeling uncertain, don't worry. This video will help you identify the signs you need to recognize in order to find true peace and happiness. 1. Controlling emotions in relationships. Emotions in relationships can easily take over, especially when faced with stressful situations or arguments. However, Stoicism teaches that while we cannot control the actions of others, we can control how we react to those actions. When you feel anger, jealousy, or disappointment in a relationship, Stoicism encourages you to pause, think rationally, and control your response. Instead of letting emotions overwhelm you, you can learn to view the situation objectively and maintain calmness. Marcus Aurelius once said, "We cannot control every event, but we can control how we respond to them." If a relationship consistently makes you feel stressed, anxious, or out of control, this is the time to apply these principles to avoid being swept up by negative emotions and decide if this relationship truly adds value to your life. Stoicism helps you master yourself, maintain inner peace, and make decisions based on reason, rather than being driven by fleeting emotions. 2. Relationships hindering growth. Have you ever felt stuck in a relationship, whether with friends or family, and unable to move forward? This relationship may make you feel like you cannot grow or renew yourself. This is the first sign that this relationship might be hindering your progress. According to Stoicism, we cannot control the actions of others, but we can control how we react to them. If this relationship prevents you from achieving personal goals or constantly burdens you, it may be time to consider stepping back in order to regain your growth and freedom. We should surround ourselves with people who help us grow, rather than those who make us feel worse. You deserve to live in an environment that fosters progress and inner freedom. 3. Respect and freedom. A truly healthy relationship must be built on the foundation of respect and freedom. If you feel forced to change yourself to please someone else, or if you no longer have the personal space to grow, it may be time to reassess that relationship. Stoicism teaches that we cannot live a free life without maintaining self-respect and staying true to our values. Stoicism encourages us to live with inner freedom, controlling our emotions and actions without letting anyone or anything influence us too strongly. A healthy relationship will not require you to sacrifice your personal freedom to maintain it. If you notice that the relationship does not respect your freedom and your right to make decisions, it may not be a relationship worth continuing. Remember, freedom does not mean living in isolation, but living in mutual respect, where each person has space to grow and maintain their own freedom while encouraging each other to become the best version of themselves. 4. Harmful relationships. A relationship must not only have respect and freedom, but also serve as a positive force that helps us grow. If a relationship consistently causes you harm, whether mentally or physically, it is time to seriously reconsider it. Stoicism teaches that we must always live in harmony with ourselves and our moral values. A relationship that causes you harm and disrupts your inner peace is not only a sign of imbalance, but also a lack of self-respect. When a relationship starts negatively impacting your mental, emotional, and even physical well-being, it's time to face the truth courageously. You should view the situation objectively, without letting emotions cloud your judgment. If you notice that you are being dragged down by a relationship rather than being uplifted, this is a clear sign to consider stepping back. Prolonged harm not only weakens you, but also prevents you from living according to the noble values and goals that Stoicism aims for. 5. Manipulation and control. One of the clear signs of an unhealthy relationship is manipulation and control. When you feel like you no longer have the freedom to make decisions or are being controlled by someone else, it's time to seriously reconsider the relationship. Stoicism teaches that inner freedom and self-respect are the core of a peaceful and happy life. If someone in your relationship is always trying to manipulate you, making you do things you don't want to, or change yourself for them, this is a sign that the relationship no longer adds positive value to your life. Stoicism encourages us to not only live freely, but also maintain control over our own lives. You have the right to refuse any form of control, any manipulative behavior, and to push back against negative influences. A genuine relationship will always be one where both individuals feel respected and free to be themselves. If you find yourself no longer being true to who you are in the relationship and feeling suffocated by demands and pressures from the other person, it is time to reconsider whether this relationship is truly worth it. 6. Lack of respect. Respect is the foundation of every healthy relationship. When you feel disrespected, disregarded, or forgotten, it is a clear sign that the relationship is no longer healthy. Stoicism teaches that we must maintain our dignity and self-respect, not allowing others to diminish our worth. If someone in your relationship consistently makes you feel unworthy or forces you to sacrifice your core values to please them, it is a sign of a lack of respect. According to Stoicism, respect cannot be forced or demanded from others. It is the result of your own actions and attitudes. When you respect yourself, you will not allow anyone to violate or devalue you. A relationship should not be a place where you feel belittled or unappreciated. A healthy relationship is one where both parties respect each other while encouraging personal growth and freedom. If you feel a lack of respect in your relationship, it is time to reconsider and make a decision to protect your dignity and self-worth. Number 7. Illusions in relationships. One common pitfall in relationships is the creation of illusions, where we build an idealized image of the other person or the relationship itself without seeing the reality objectively. At times, we can easily become caught up in expectations and imagine a perfect relationship, causing us to overlook negative signs. Stoicism teaches us to live in the truth, to accept reality, and to approach every situation with clarity. When you face a relationship that is only based on illusions about the other person or feelings, you are deceiving yourself and setting unrealistic expectations. Stoicism encourages us not to build our lives or relationships on fantasy, but on real, sincere, and consistent values. A healthy relationship must be based on understanding and respect for the realities of both parties, not on an imagined ideal of love or friendship. When you realize that you are trapped in an illusion, it is time to open your eyes and face the truth. Remember that peace and happiness come from accepting the truth and living in reality, rather than dreaming about a relationship that isn't real. 8. Sacrificing core values. One of the signs that a relationship may be unhealthy is when you feel compelled to sacrifice your core values to maintain it. Stoicism teaches that living according to reason and personal values is essential for achieving inner peace and happiness. When you have to change yourself, abandon the principles and values you believe in just to please someone else, you are losing your freedom and dignity. A relationship should not demand that you give up what you believe is right. Rather, it should be a place where you can uphold and grow those values. Your inner freedom. If a relationship requires you to sacrifice these values, it is time to reconsider whether the relationship is truly worth it. Stoicism encourages us to remain steadfast in our moral values, to live with integrity and wisdom, rather than compromising in ways that can harm us. When you no longer sacrifice your core values, you will feel stronger, freer, and live a more meaningful life. Number 9. One-sided relationships. A healthy relationship should be a mutual exchange and support system. However, if you feel like you're giving too much without receiving equal effort in return, this is a clear sign of a one-sided relationship. Stoicism teaches us that life is not about unconditional sacrifice without anything in return. To achieve inner peace and happiness, each individual needs to feel valued and receive support and love that match what they give to others. Stoicism encourages us to build relationships based on fairness and genuine exchange, where both parties contribute and support each other in personal growth. If you find yourself always giving, always striving to maintain the relationship while the other person shows no interest or does not reciprocate, it is time to reconsider. You should not allow yourself to endure this situation, as it will lead to exhaustion, stress, and imbalance in your life. A healthy relationship must be one where both parties feel valued and respected, and more importantly, where there is equality in the contributions. 10. Abuse in relationships. Abuse in any form, whether physical, mental, or emotional, is unacceptable. A relationship where you are controlled, constantly criticized, or even harmed physically is not a healthy relationship. Stoicism teaches that we must live with dignity and self-respect, not allowing anyone to infringe upon our inner peace and freedom. When a relationship becomes a place where you endure abuse, it is time to recognize that this relationship does not deserve you. We cannot control the actions of others, but we can control how we respond and act. If you are in an abusive relationship, Stoicism encourages you to courageously recognize your self-worth and step away from the situation. Abuse is not only a lack of respect, but also an act that breaks your freedom and dignity. We have the right to protect ourselves and never accept harm in any form. Sometimes walking away is the wisest action to preserve your self-respect and personal freedom. 11. Communication breakdown. Communication is the cornerstone of any relationship, but when communication fails, it can lead to misunderstandings, conflicts, and feelings of isolation. If you find that, despite your efforts to express your intentions, feelings, or needs, the other person doesn't understand or is unwilling to listen, it is a clear sign that the relationship is facing serious issues. Stoicism teaches that controlling our emotions and responses is crucial in communication. We cannot force others to change how they respond, but we can change how we communicate and handle misunderstanding. We must learn to accept that communication does not always go as we expect. What matters is maintaining calm, patience, and respect while communicating, even when the other person does not listen or understand us. Stoicism encourages us not to let communication failure harm us or disturb our inner peace. If you feel that this relationship is no longer effective in communication and problem solving, it may be time to reconsider the relationship and decide what actions are necessary. Communication is not just an exchange of words. It is about understanding and respect. Without one or both of these elements, the relationship is unlikely to last long. You've explored 11 important signs to help recognize when it's time to end a relationship. Sometimes it is the relationships that no longer serve us that hold us back from growth. Be strong and courageous in choosing relationships that truly bring value and peace to your life. If this video has helped clarify important aspects, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel so we can continue the journey toward happiness and freedom together. You deserve a life that is full and meaningful. Thank you for watching, and don't miss the upcoming videos where we will explore more secrets to living a life of freedom and strength.